What is going on, clan? It is finally here, a South Park Stick of Truth guide, all in one, efficiently made with all of the missables in mind, so that way you can get the platinum in one playthrough. Now, this was requested to me by a viewer, I believe, on stream, and I thought, you know what, why not? I like South Park, Stick of Truth is awesome, so I decided to put some effort into this. There's a few ground rules I just wanted to cover, and basically throughout the whole story, I don't want you to sell anything, and I don't want you to end any battles with your buddy knocked out. If it does happen, you need to reload one of your checkpoints because it voids you from a trophy at the end of the game. Same with selling anything. You don't want to sell anything until the absolute end after we beat the game, and then it's fine. That's pretty much it for the most part. Just follow the guide to a T, and we'll get this, guys. Don't be worried about no missables, because you know what?
I got your back, yo.
Now, other than that, guys, we will go ahead and jump straight into the guide. But before we do, if you're new around here...
Kelly, we just wanted to talk to you for a few minutes, if that's okay, and just maybe...
Yeah, there it is! Slapped you! You probably think I'm finished, huh? No, there's another one!
Oh my god!
Don't worry, bitch, I didn't forget about you! There's a slap for you! Slap, slap, slap! Yeah, there you go! Here's a little reach around the back of the head slap!
Oh god, please! You have to get away! He won't ever stop!
Ah, I'm going slap happy!
Alright, clan, so the first thing you want to do when you're on the title screen is go down to the options, and then you're going to switch the difficulty down to casual. There's actually no difficulty trophies, so you can make this a nice and easy platinum. After you switch the difficulty, you'll be back at the title screen, and you can just start the new game. Alright, so after you've created your character, you'll hit complete, and you'll start in your room. Now, throughout the whole game, I want you to loot everything that you can. Whenever you see those yellow doorknobs, anything yellow usually means you can interact with it. We're starting the guide off strong because I want you to come to the bathroom to the left and take a fat shit. We're going to need this shit later. So just smash X to, just like you would in real life, grab the shit nugget, and make sure you do loot that from the toilet and loot everything in the area. Now, opening a garage is going to count towards another trophy. So once you leave outside, make sure you open the garage for your house, and you can loot that junk up on the top stair as well. You'll come over to the right, and this is where you get to meet Butters. So punch this guy in the face, and it's going to initiate a cutscene with him. I've edited everything down for convenience, so the cutscenes and things like that will be skipped. Okay, so this is our first friend. There's 121 in the game. One actually unfriends you at the start of the game. He's considered missable, so of course I'll go over that. But once you head into Cartman's house, the drawer right at the front entrance actually has the garage key for his garage, and then you'll be in the back of his house. From here, you want to speak with Clyde because you're going to get him as a friend. You do lose him, so please make sure you get him because that's a missable. And then speak with Scott Malkinson with the power of diabetes. He's going to be your friend as well. Now you're going to have a little side quest for Kenny, or Princess Kenny, and you want to grab this flower to your left, and then head back over to her and complete the quest. And then she'll be your friend. After you've done that, you can speak with Cartman. And we're going to go for one of our pretty much first trophies in the game. It's a very easy trophy. You just have to accept that you're just a douchebag. It's called acceptance. And whenever he says, "Are you sure you want the name douchebag?" you just have to hit accept. That's all you have to do. So hit yes, and you will get the acceptance trophy once you confirm it. You'll then be able to choose your class. Now, the class we want to choose so we can get some other trophies throughout the game is Jew.
Never heard of one, but interesting. Jew, huh? So I guess we'll never really be friends.
The reason we're Jew is because there's a few trophies related to it. They're pretty decent class too. After that, you'll be asked to procure a weapon. So you want to go over to the vendor and grab a staff. And in the tutorial itself, when you're fighting these guys off of the keep, you're actually going to have a moment where you're taught how to use items. Now, it also teaches you how to block attacks. There are miscellaneous trophies for blocking so many attacks successfully, as well as doing precise attacks where you're actually attacking the enemy. So I'm just showing you there. You see the guard that pops under your character. If you do it correctly, then that will get you that trophy eventually. You'll just get it randomly throughout the game. Now there is a trophy we can get through the tutorial, and you remember that shit nugget that you did at the beginning of the game? Well, once you learn how to use items, you can then throw your shit at the enemy. And he's grossed out for some reason, but go ahead and do that and you'll get the trophy. Made this for you. After you defend the keep and finish what's essentially the tutorial, now you can see that Scott is actually manning the shop. Clyde has unfriended you, so he was a missable, so make sure you get him. And we can start grabbing the fast travel flags as well for the Timmy side quest. Now throughout the game, you'll earn these upgrade points. You just want to use them when you can. It'll make your ability stronger and make the fights that much easier. I recommend starting with the Sling of David because it does a fair bit of damage, and later on it actually ricochets onto other enemies. You also get perks. The more friends you get, you unlock a perk point and you can get more damage that way. There's Chin Pokemon, Equipment, and Friends. These are the main collectibles throughout the game. 3 different types, so let's make sure we get them all. And once you get inside, you're going to grab Mrs. Cartman as a friend. You're automatically given Butter's house key as well. And before you leave Cartman's house, I want you to go upstairs in his mom's room and grab the underpants. After you've grabbed the underpants from upstairs in Cartman's house, you can then open his garage and you'll get your first Chimpokemon. I'll constantly have it tracked on screen of how many collectibles we're at and whatnot so you can follow along, and I'll have timestamps in the description. Now, just a quick reminder, make sure you loot everything in the area and you're not selling anything throughout the entire game. We'll go left from Cartman's garage to collect Dougie, which is another friend, and then we can go into Butter's house and speak with Mrs. Stotch. That's another friend for us, and then Mr. Stotch as well. Okay, and after that, before you leave Butter's house, make sure you loot the area like normal, but also go upstairs in his room and loot this dresser for the Chaos Lair key. And then to the right of there is actually our second Chimpokemon. After you grab that, head left and go in the parents' room. In this dresser is a garage key, which we'll head there next. Inside the garage is actually some druid gloves. Now, I don't have the equipment tracked throughout the guide because there's so much. However, I'll make sure we get all the missables, and I'll have a link down below to show you where all of the gear is or the equipment is. You'll head left after opening that garage to shoot down a Chimpokemon, and you just shoot it with L2. Shoot it down with your arrow, pick it up. After that, head left, speak with your mom. She's going to send you a friend request, and then you can leave the house. We'll then head left and smash this sign. And once you go left, you're going to find another Timmy fast travel flag, and he's going to give you a side quest to find more of them. You'll keep going left, and you'll find this girl here. Now, she won't be able to add you just yet because you need more friends, so we'll get her a bit later in the guide. So keep going left. Some of the garages we can't open right away, but we will get them throughout the guide. You'll come to this orangish house. Go ahead and open the garage, and you can loot the junk with inside. You can open this door for a little surprise as well. If you need to break out the lotion, make sure you hit subscribe if you're following the guide so far, and then grab Kelly Gardner as a friend. Then open the garage to the left of that orange house, and you can climb up the ladder as well if you shoot it down with the bow. In here you're going to find Pete. Make sure you add him as a friend, and you're going to find the druid crown in the chest next to him as well. After you've done that, go ahead and jump back down the ladder, and we'll keep making our way to the left. And you can see you can't go in that house just yet, so keep going left. Now once we make it over here, you can open another garage. And you want to open this house because it progresses the story. So speak with Craig's dad, and then go immediately left, and you can open yet another garage. Now we'll go into this blue house. This is Kevin's house, so just head upstairs, go into his bedroom, and just open this dresser to the left to get underpants. That'd be 2 out of 5. And then speak to him for a side quest. The reason you want to get the underpants as well is it's part of a side quest a bit later on. Now another thing to quickly note, if you're ever missing something towards the end of the game for cleanup, You can actually look on the map by pressing R1, and you can see treasures on the map, and it tells you in what area you're missing a gym Pokemon or maybe equipment. And then there's also a filter for the quest itself. This is just going to be useful as you're navigating throughout the game. You can see there I don't have 3 gym Pokemon, so it's a good thing to just note. Now we're going to grab our 3rd flag and also another garage. Go ahead and shoot down the ladder. And you can't go up there just yet until you learn an ability. There's nothing in there of great importance anyway, so we'll keep going to our left and then make our way up. You'll be near the police station. Head to the left. We're going to make our way into the police station. You can loot everything in here. A lot of junk to be had. And then we'll head straight to our left after going up the stairs. And you can see that you can shoot this shelf down, and it makes sort of a ladder. And you can break the vent and go through the vent system. Climb down the ladder and then search all of the lockers. But before you do that, if you go out the emergency exit, you can put a ladder down as well. It's just a bit of a shortcut, really. Start opening all the lockers. There's a bunch of junk, money, and then you want to get that, which is the jail cell key. After that, continue looting everything and head to your right. Now, before we go, we want to actually keep going right and then through the evidence room. Now in here you can break this box to move it out of the way. You can climb up here for another gym Pokemon. Break the box so that way the ladder can be moved, and then you press the red button to actually move the ladder. There's actually a bag behind you as well with a bit of junk in it. Climb up the ladder, smash the box, and then inside the chest you're going to find some more equipment. Once you've looted the left room and the right room, you can head back downstairs and make your way left to the cells. Inside the cells, you're going to see Romper Stomper. You can use the key to open it, speak with him to get another friend. And right next to him is a bag. You want to make sure you loot that because we're going to get the bald cap, and that's going to be used for a trophy a bit later. After you've got him as a friend, you can then leave the police station. Again, make sure you looted the bald cap. Make your way to the right of the police station, and you'll see Father Maxi, or Priest Maxi. Go ahead and speak with him. He's going to give you a side quest, and then immediately to your right, you'll find the bullies. Now, there's a trophy you can get here if you wanted to save your game and keep trying. I find it fairly easy to get on this fight in particular, or you can probably get it throughout the game as well. The trophy is to actually finish a fight without missing on blocking any of the attacks. So this is how I did it personally. So again, when they go to attack you, you just want to keep making sure that you're defending properly. Just follow the white circle that's under your character. You can use special abilities. Your PP regenerates after each battle. You can make it really easy on yourself. So just like that, we finished her off, and we didn't get hit at all. Well, we got hit, but you defended all of the attacks, which is going to get you the shutout trophy. You can get that on any fight you feel comfortable with, but if you're able to, smash it out there, and then you'll also get Annie as a friend. Now after that battle, regardless of if you got the trophy or not, that trophy doesn't pop on the tutorial as well. That's why we didn't do that. But if you go back here against this tree, you can use your arrow and get another Chim Pokemon, which is also going to pop one of the trophies related to that. Next, we're going to do a side quest, which also gives us a trophy, and that's for finding Jesus as a Jew. So again, make sure you spoke to Priest Maxi, and then we're going to head all the way to the left past the police station. You'll keep going left until you hit the church. You also want to grab the fast travel flag in front of the church for another fast travel unlock. And you will find Jesus in between the third row. Now after you find him, you actually have to head all the way back to Priest Maxi. He will then have you find him again. And to find him this time, when you get back to the church, just turn the lights and then turn the light switch off, and you'll see his silhouette at the pedestal. And then just press X to interact with him. Now this is going to unlock him as a summon. Don't use any of the summons because they're on a day cooldown and they're not actually really worth using, and one of them will be for a trophy. Now finding him as a Jew, you get the Are We Cool trophy, which is missable if you didn't choose Jew, and then you'll also unlock 2 new friends. You'll get Priest Maxi and Jesus. Alright, once we've done that, head out of the church, and before you leave the area, behind this tree to your right is actually Kevin's iPad. Make sure you grab that before continuing, and then we can make our way back to the right towards the police station. Keep going all the way right, past Priest Maxi as well.
You're kind of creeping me out, dude.
Now you'll be near a post office where you'll be able to grab another fast travel flag. And in here you can grab the news office key just to the right. So we've got our 5th fast travel flag, you've got the news key, and then you can leave out of the post office and go to the left in this red building, which is the news office. Now inside here you can get Esther, she's just sitting on the chair. And there's a Chimpokemon in there, but we can't get it yet until we have a power later on. After that, head over here and get Mrs. Biggle. And then you'll head to the right, and you'll see Officer Bar Brady. Make sure you talk to him, you'll get another friend. And then keep making your way to the right. Over here you might have a battle, it's a bit random. But if you do, go ahead and kill them, and then go behind here and speak with Millie to get yet another friend. Make sure you're also using the perks that you get from unlocking friends, and that's just in the menu, and you can get different kind of perks. After that, keep heading right, you'll find another fast travel, and then you'll find the movie theater. Head into the movie theater, speak with Damien here in the black, and you'll get him as a friend as well. Head back outside, use your arrows to shoot down the Chimpokemon, and then pick that one up as well. After that, you'll find Al Gore hiding behind a bush. Go ahead and speak with him to grab his side quest, and you'll also grab him as a friend. After that, head into the coffee shop. We want to speak with Tweak to progress the story. Now, what you want to do is going to be for a trophy. So you want to put on the Evil Cartman goatee, which you should have if you've been following the guide. And then you also want to put on the bald cap, which is under the hair category. Now, this is going to get a trophy called Heisenberg. So make sure you have that equipped. You can use any of these perks that you have as well. So just make sure you use them. It's going to make the game easier in the long run. After you've done that, you've got the bald cap equipped and the Evil Cartman goatee equipped. You can head to the right of the coffee shop and get yet another fast travel flag. And then you can head down and then make a left. There's going to be a dark blue house. Now you can open this garage, and that actually counts as the garage. It only lets you open halfway, so it still counts as a garage. Head into this house and speak with Mr. Slave. Mr. Slave's going to give you a side quest to grab his package, and we will grab his package, just not yet. Now once you leave, go ahead and open the garage outside for Mr. Slave's house. And then head to the park and speak with Fillmore. Fillmore's going to give you a side quest to find the kindergartners. They're going to be hidden throughout the map, and we'll get them as we go just to make sure that we're doing this as efficiently as possible. Head south and break the snowman. You're going to get Francis as a friend, and then to the right, break the wood, and you'll get another Chimpokemon. Now next to Francis is a garage, but we can't open it just yet. Speak with Kyle's dad here and you'll get him as a friend, and you still can't go in Kyle's house just yet as well. But to the left of Kyle's house you can open a garage and shoot down a ladder. So that'll be yet another garage for us. And up here is a chest with the druid robes. So that's the full druid set. After you've looted the last piece of that druid set in the garage, you can make your way to the left and go inside Stan's house. Now you'll see what's an image of me on the couch. You can just go past that and yeah, just go into Stan's room and look in the dresser next to his bed. That's going to be our third pair of underpants for the side quest that we're going to use for later. And then you want to go into his parents' room, which isn't the top right here, that's Shelly's. You actually want to go down below. You can loot everything in the room, and then in the dresser to the left is actually another pair of underpants. So that's 4 out of 5 already. After that, make your way back outside. And then once you're outside, we're going to head back to the right. And we're going to start making our way towards Kenny's house. You're going to find another fast travel flag, and then you can just speak with Mrs. McCormick. She's going to give you the garage key, which is going to open yet another garage. Okay, after that, just head down into the garage. Make sure you have the bald cap equipped and the evil goatee equipped as well before you fight the tweaker.
Heisenberg, you're goddamn right.
Reload the save if you didn't have it equipped, but definitely have it equipped before fighting them. And that's just for killing them while you look like my man Heisenberg. After that, go ahead and loot the area and climb up the ladder and smack this piece of wood down. You then want to shoot the rubble up ahead so you can climb the ladder. And there's a chest here, so grab that weapon. And there's also the side quest prompt to put one of the sensors on the telephone pole or the electricity pole. After that, grab the actual special delivery quest item and then loot the wife beater from the chest below as well. So before you leave, just make sure you put that sensor on there for the Man Bear Pig side quest from Al Gore. And as you can see, we'll go into Kenny's house and we'll speak with Karen on the couch to get her as a friend. And then Mrs. McCormick's in the kitchen and we'll speak with her as well to get her as a friend. After that, we can leave Kenny's house. There is another side quest we'll be going to a bit later on the right side of Kenny's house. But for now, I just want you to use the fast travel, go back to the coffee shop, and speak with Tweak. After you've done that, Tweak's going to give you a friend request as well as a key that you can use to open this chest. And you can get some equipment out of it. So make sure you loot that. And then make your way back into the lobby of the coffee shop. You can speak to Mr. Tweak. And we're going to want to get him as a friend. So in order to do that, you want to hit buy and then buy the Speed Ultra Potion for $15. And you're going to get Mr. and Mrs. Tweak as a friend. Once that's done, leave the coffee shop and make your way to the left. Go upwards and then you're going to go left again. And you're going to be in front of Token's house, which is a gated community. You find another flag, and then you just want to speak with his security guard. He's going to mace you in the face, and then you need to figure out how you can basically not get maced in the face. So we're going to go get a mask. To do that, we're going to go all the way to the right.
Oh man, I remember getting beat up right over here.
Keep making your way all the way to the right.
Sweat Willie right here.
You go past the Tower of Peace, you'll hit yet another Timmy flag, and you'll also find a kindergartner behind the light post here, so find her. Then you want to make your way into Shitty Walk and order some Mongolian beef from Mr. Kim. Never mind, you don't want that. Apparently it smells like Lionel Richie's asshole. After that, he's going to give you the keys to get into the Tower of Peace, which is to the right of Shitty Walk. Use the key to go in and then take out the enemies right here. You can then shoot the thing above to lower the staircase and make your way upstairs. Now you do want to smack the gong with square, because when you smack this gong right here, it's going to make the enemies come out and attack you. And they have a weapon that is missable if you don't kill them. It's the Mongolian bow. It's actually really good, and I do recommend equipping it right away because it also lights your enemies on fire. Now to the right of that is going to be a Chimpokemon. You just have to shoot him down and then pick him up. And then behind this wall here you can get a key. That's going to be for a treasure. Keep making your way up, and to the right you will find a piece that goes on the door to unlock the puzzle. You'll also find some more enemies, so go ahead and take them out really quick. After you kill them all, make sure you loot their stuff and then shoot the tail on top, and that's going to be used for the door puzzle. Go up to it, interact with it to put the tail in place, and then shoot the eye of each dragon, and that should open the door. Go up the stairs and you'll be greeted with a boss fight. Again, use the Mongolian bow if you can. It does require level 3 if I'm not mistaken, but again, it lights everyone on fire and it's amazing. Make your way down the tower and then head back to the city walk. Speak with Mr. Kim, and he's going to be another summon that you've unlocked. He's also going to add you as a friend. Alright clan, so after that we're going to head outside and make our way to the left, and we're going to head to Jimbo's gun store. Now in here we can buy a mask that's going to protect us from the mace. Go into equipment, buy the gas mask, and then go to miscellaneous and purchase the hunting guide. The hunting guide is a side quest that we'll be doing throughout the story, so we'll be killing some random monsters as we go through. Next up, go ahead and equip the gas mask, head back outside, and make your way to the left. Now to the left of the bar is going to be Mr. McCormick. He's going to be another friend. And then we'll head into the bar and we will go get a Chimpokemon that's at the back of the bar. Just shoot it down with your arrow and then pick it up. After that, speak with Skeeter for a side quest, and he wants us to kill the rats in the basement or the cellar. Now head over to the cellar door, kill all the rats, come back and speak with Skeeter, and you're going to get the bartender and Skeeter added as a friend. After that, we can make our way out. And now I'm going to want you to fast travel all the way back to Kenny's house, which is to the right. You'll see that fast travel. And we want to kill this homeless man that's by the broken down car, because this is part of another side quest. We just want to make sure we get all of this stuff taken care of by Kenny's house. And then if you grab the hunting guide from Jimbo, you'll be able to encounter this dog as well. Go ahead and kill the dog, and that'll be another part of that side quest done. And then now we can fast travel back to Token's house, where we're going to utilize wearing the gas mask.
What are you looking at, pussy?
Speak with the guard. You'll have a battle with him since he can't mace you anymore.
Oh no!
And once you've beaten him in battle, he's going to give you a weapon. And then you can go up to Token's house. To the left here is a Chimpokemon sitting on his windowsill. Shoot it down and grab that one. After that, speak with Token. It's going to be a short cut scene, and he's going to add you as a friend. Okay, after that we're going to head to the right and open Token's garage. That's going to be our 13th garage. And later on you can go up there for an item which we'll get eventually.
Now go get Craig while I rest and relax upon my
After that you head back to the keep and you will have a cutscene with Cartman. You'll learn how to dragon shout and just go inside and start farting on his mom 100 times, and you'll get Canadian handshake. You can fart on her more if you're sick, or just go to the fast travel and then go to the next area, which is going to be towards the bus stop. And we have enough friends now to quickly grab her, so that'll be another friend for us. After that, continue making your way down the left side of the map. And we want to make it to Kevin's house so we can turn in the iPad for the side quest. And we'll get him as a friend as well. So keep going all the way to the left. You'll eventually come across this blue house. Go inside, talk with Kevin, and then get him as a friend.
Let it be known that I have been...
After that, we'll leave his house. We'll just keep going left like we were before. Now that you have the fart as well, you can open some certain areas like that. And there's more junk items to be grabbed.
One time I got the worst nugget behind that building over there. It sucked.
Keep going all the way left past the community center.
That one sounded like it hurt.
If you're ever traveling,
And then you'll be back at the school. Go close to the school to initiate a cutscene. But before we actually go to where we want to for the story, we'll make our way to the left to go to Stark's Pond. We'll click on this sign here to do a side quest, the Man Bear Pig side quest, to put a sensor on there. And then we'll make our way down this back path on the top right. And we're going to find another kindergartner.
This place is dark and scary. What if you never found me?
After that, make your way back down, go towards the school again, and then interact with the front door to start the school story segment.
School is out, and no students allowed on the premises until tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. See if there's a way to take them all.
Keep continuing through until you get down this hallway. And we're going to get another gym Pokemon here. It's actually hidden in the vent above us. Just shoot it with an arrow, and you got yourself another gym Pokemon. You can keep making your way across the hall, and you'll eventually come across this hall monitor. Now this one drops an item we need for another trophy. So when you kill him, make sure you do loot him and you get the ginger freckles. We're going to use this for a trophy before we leave the area, and it is a missable trophy as well. So once you have that, you can go into the makeup and equip them. And then keep going down the hall until you get to this part.
Take the brass key from my cold dead hands.
And you can use some of the objects within the world to take out some of the enemies outside of battle. And you can also use your arrows to stun them.
Take the brass key from...
Now there is a trophy to be bitten by the gingers so many times, but we actually get it at a later point, so don't stress too much about it now. There's a better area to get it. You also want to start farting on them while you knock them out. There's a trophy to fart on like 10 different enemies while they're knocked out in the world. After you've done that, you can use the brass key to go to this room. And again, there'll be a fair bit of enemies there. Clear them out, fart on them, make sure you fart all over them. Just keep farting on them after beating them, and then fart on them some more. And once you've done 10 of them, it'll pop a trophy. Mine doesn't actually pop in this area, but just so you're aware that you can start going for that trophy in the school. Now once you have the silver key, you can make it into Mr. Mackey's office. And there's actually a gold key up on his top shelf. So you want to use your bow and then shoot it down.
The gold key. No human has ever...
Now that we got the gold key, we can initiate the boss fight. Now again, you want to make sure you have the ginger freckles equipped for this boss fight to pop the trophy. Now there's another miscellaneous trophy you can get, and it's whenever a enemy is channeling. Whenever they're channeling, if you use a Dragon Shout ability, which you need mana for, you can always use items to gain mana. But if you use a Dragon Shout ability while they're channeling, you actually stun them, which interrupts the cast. And there's a trophy to do it 5 times. Now we don't actually pop the trophy here, but here's an easy way to start on the trophy. Because now you have 1 out of 5 right here. See how it stuns him and it cancels the cast? Don't worry about it too much here, because there's a better area that will get that trophy. It's just another miscellaneous to keep an eye out because it is technically missable. Other than that, once you kill the hall monitor, it's going to pop the Daywalker trophy. So again, you have to kill him while wearing the ginger freckles. And he also drops a locker key. Before you continue, please make sure you loot this locker, because it has a weapon in there, and it'll be missable if you leave the area. Once you've actually grabbed that, you can go ahead and proceed with the story. Now, once you freed Craig from the school, you'll actually get him as a friend as well. After that cutscene, you'll be back outside of the school, and you can interact with Timmy's fast travel. And I want you to go downtown. We're going to be in front of a post office. Now, once inside, you're going to see a package jumping around and vibrating in the back. Go ahead and go back there and pick it up. It's Slave's package, and I told you we were going to grab his package. And now we finally did. How do you feel? After grabbing Mr. Slave's package, we're going to want to go bring it to him. What's a man without his package, honestly? So go into Mr. Slave's house and just speak with him, and you're going to gain him as a friend for grabbing his package. Alright, I'm done. After that, we can leave Mr. Slave's house and go to Koopa Keep, and we'll speak with Cartman to initiate another cutscene. Now, you'll be going through a story segment where you're in Jimmy's house, or otherwise known as the Bard, and this is where I personally finished my Stay Down trophy, which was for farting on enemies while they're down in the world. So you should have started on this at the school, and if you don't have it, just start farting on them as well. And once you get 10, that'll be the trophy. Now it's a miscellaneous. It's not really missable. You can get it, even later in the game. But it's good to just get these knocked out. And you can start taking out the enemies by using Cup of Spell and things like that. You can, cause explosions, use the electricity on the ground. But ultimately, we want to let Craig in. He's going to knock some stuff down that'll help you out. And you can Cup a Spell to them and get a double kill as well. Just wait for the other one to come close and fart on him. Then if you just smack that guy, he'll die. He'll drop the Elvish short bow, which is another weapon you want to grab. Now this is a miscellaneous trophy for learning all of the skills in one tree. You may have this at this point depending on what abilities you were upgrading. I personally did all of Sling of David first, and then that popped my mastery trophy. So just a miscellaneous one that you'll easily get throughout the game. Proceed through here, kill all of the enemies, and then make sure you loot this dresser in the middle of the room upstairs to get Jimmy's garage key, which we're going to use later on to open up the garage. Now we can get another trophy up here. This is the easiest place to do it, so back up your save in case you mess this up. And you want to get Cup of Spell ready, and when this rat goes back to the flame over there, you want to just fart and make sure you kill 3 of them with it. That's going to give you Dragon Wrath. That's for killing 3 people with the environmental hazards. And before you proceed as well, make sure you grab this Chimpokemon. Also loot the enemies up there because you'll get some gloves and other equipment, and you don't want to miss that because those will be missable if you leave the area, so please loot all of the enemies. After that, jump through the ceiling and you will fight the Bard. Now there's a miscellaneous trophy you can get here. You can let him hit you with his magic attack and it'll make you shit your pants. But if you just want to shit your pants easier, just have some Chipotles. No, but seriously, just go into your items, grab a mana item that has a large amount. And like for example, this ham, it's going to give me 120 mana and I just can't handle it. I'm going to shit my pants. There's some weird trophies in this game, alright? But you get Irritable Bowels trophy, and that's for shitting your pants on a boss fight. After that, you want to make sure you loot Jimmy to get his Crutch of Weakness. You want to loot his dresser and loot everything in the area, including that wood elf cap that's up top. And then once you're ready, just speak with Cartman to go back to Koopa Keep and initiate another cutscene. You get a story-related trophy, and then you just want to head back to your house. Now, when you head back home, you actually are lucky enough to get anal probed. Unlucky enough. Take it as you will. There's going to be an alien helmet in the top left. There's a lot of missables in this area because you can't come back to it. So just make sure you loot absolutely everything, including any enemies that you kill, because they do drop items at times. For example, that alien ray gun, which I think that was auto looted, but just make sure you loot everything. Same with the alien suit. These are all missables. Loot the chest. You can use the alien probe to navigate through the map. You do have to be within a certain range, just so you're aware, and then you can just use it. Now this area of the game is pretty short. You're just using the console commands to try to save Randy. Once you save Randy, you fight pretty much a boss in the area, and that's it. You can knock some of these out with the environmental hazards, or you can shoot them with an arrow and stun them. Again, make sure you kill everything, loot it, and then once you activate the console, you can go in there and try to save Randy.
Great, you're there. See if you can free me from that console.
Randy is super lucky in these parts, just saying. After that, use the anal probe to make your way back down.
Okay, let's try the other console.
And keep going all the way down. And you can use some of those to activate the environmental hazards, and that's going to kill some of the enemies as well. Now to get to this one, you actually have to move that platform over, that bottom one. I sped it up a bit there, but move that bottom one using the console, and then you can actually alien probe yourself over here to where you'll find another console that you interact with to save Randy. And then you can be back at this area. Go into the security room or whatever you want to call it, and you'll see some aliens there. You can use the environmental hazard to take one of them out. And then the other one you can just stun and then get some attacks in. After you kill them, you'll have another console to interact with. And make sure you loot them as well because they have the alien gloves on them. And once you interact with the console, it's going to complete that quest and you can go back to the room that Randy's held in. So use the lift to go back up to the top. And as you can see, we've got all three of the alien suit. Just make sure that you do have it. It is a missable. A lot of the things on the ship are missable because you can't go back to it. Just a quick reminder before you proceed. Before you go into the room with Randy though, now you will find a Nazi hobo in that trash pile and he drops a tinfoil hat that we're going to need to collect. So another missable for you, make sure you grab that. And then you can go back up the ladder and we can make our way over to the left, loot the chest for an alien probe. And we can't activate the elevator yet, so you gotta speak with Randy. And when you do that, you're gonna get Randy as a friend as well. Pick up the white power crystal, which is gonna be able to use on the lift, and power up the lift to the left. Now this is where you're gonna fight a boss, but before you go into the boss room and start the boss fight, there's actually a Chimpokemon hidden up on the monitor here. You can see him up there. Shoot him down with an arrow and just pick him up. So make sure you get Beetlebot. Once you get him, head through the cockpit, and that's going to initiate a boss fight. I recommend using Circumscythe there if you do have it. It does a lot of damage to them. After that, you'll be here, and you just want to fast travel at your nearest fast travel. You want to go to Restaurant Row, and if you use a fart on this flame right here, it's going to melt the Chimpokemon out of the ice. And that'll be another Chimpokemon for you. Now after that, you're going to see a cat. I just want you to keep farting on it. Just keep farting on the cat. Do it about 20 times. And eventually after you fart on it enough, you will get the trophy, Animal Cruelty. After you have farted on the cat enough times, you're going to get the Animal Cruelty trophy. So yeah, after that, just head south. And we're going to make our way to the right, and I just want you to fart on Priest Maxi. Just do it a couple times to make sure that it registers. This is for another trophy. We just want to make sure that we do, get them. It's not a big deal. There's only one person that you have to fart on that's missable. Then you want to head into the city hall and fart on Mayor Daniels. Fart on her a few times. Make sure that you for sure farted on her. If not, you can come back to her. It's not that big of a deal. Go ahead and speak with her as well. She's going to give you that side quest for beating the homeless people up. And we already have some of them towards that as well, since we were doing it before we even grabbed the side quest. After grabbing the side quest, we're going to head to the left towards the police station. You're going to go down from the police station, and then you go up to where this basketball court is and use the alien probe. And this will be another Chimpokemon. This should be your 15th one if you're following the guide, so you pop a trophy as well. Alright guys, once you've grabbed that Chimpokemon, just get out of the basketball court unless you're bad like me and it takes multiple tries.
I like a kid who lets his actions speak for him.
You can't go in the community center just yet, so don't worry about that. We'll head all the way to the left. And we're going back to the school to speak with the Goths.
Beat it, new kid. This area is strictly for...
Alright, you're going to get a new quest. And after that, we can make our way outside of the school and we're going to grab some quest items to become a goth kid. So grab your razor blades and let's start cutting. Alright, so I want you to go up to the You Store It facility up on the top right and speak with this hobo. Now he's going to have some equipment that we need, like the goth clothes and whatnot, but go ahead and buy everything from him since we need it for the collectibles anyway. So buy all the equipment. You don't have to buy anything else, just the equipment for the collectibles. So after purchasing that from him, go back to the fast travel, and then from the fast travel we'll make our way left towards Tweak's Coffee. And you can't be goth unless you drink coffee. So we're going to want to buy some Tweak Bros Dark Roast, which is on the very bottom of the menu here. Once you do that, we'll head back outside. And you're going to get ambushed by these elves. You can put on the goth clothes. And then once you come out, you'll initiate a cutscene and they will basically say, you can fight us, but no matter what, like, you're still coming with us. So just hit go with elves to avoid the fight.
You chose wisely, new kid. Come with us. Everyone, you're a
You'll be speaking with Kyle. And after that cutscene, we're going to be inside Elven Kingdom. You'll unlock a few buddies as well. And then the first thing we're going to do is head over here to Jason.
Any ally of the Elf King is an ally of mine, and my shop is open to you.
And as you can see, these are some of the equipment he sells, but we'll get those later. You just want to make sure you get the friend request. Come over to the final fast travel and you will unlock Timmy as a friend request as well. So that should be your final fast travel. As long as you've been following the guide, we've hit all of them. After that, you want to speak with Stan. And Stan and Jimmy are going to give you a quest. So we'll speak with Stan first.
My contacts, my maps, my friends list, all taken from me.
He's going to give us the She-Ogre quest. Then we will head over to Jimmy and have a quick chat with him. And he's going to give us a flute quest. We need to get him a flute. After that, speak to Dogpoo, and Dogpoo will give you a quest as well. And we need to do his quest also, so that way we can get his friend request. After that, I want you to go inside Kyle's house and go up to his bedroom. Look in his dresser, and we can find the final underpants for the side quest that we'll need. And that's used for a trophy as well. So make sure you grab all 5 underpants and you should be following the guide. Now inside his parents' room is the garage key. And then after that you can make your way outside of his house. Now once we're outside you can open up the garage. That's going to be our 14th out of 15. So we're nearly there. There's also going to be the 16th Chimpokemon. So make sure you grab that. After that, head into the door to the left. So it's the house next to Kyle's. And we're going to do the She-Ogre quest. So what you want to do is pull out your buddy Stan. And then instead of going down, it's actually up. For Shelly's, I'm just a bit slow. So you want to go to Shelly's room. and you're gonna have a battle with her.
Give me back my iPhone, demon!
You little turd.
I've brought help. Let's see you try and take us both.
Ah! Oh, oh,
After that battle, you're gonna get kicked outside of Stan's house, and Stan's going to add you as a friend. Now, before you leave the area, we want to go back inside Stan's house, up to Shelly's room again, and you want to speak with her so you can get Shelly Marsh as a friend as well. After that, you can then exit Stan's house and then make your way to the right. We'll go up down this path towards the park.
Ahoy, Maplebeard.
You want to break the banner here at the park, make your way around the right side, and then exit out the right. From here, you'll be passing through Mr. Slave's area, and you'll find a kindergartner in the tree on the left side of Mr. Slave's house. Then proceed to the right, and in front of his house is another banner. Make your way all the way to the right, and then go up towards the You Store It. You go past the actual rental truck, and then up towards the top. And then you'll be at a farm. Now once you get to this farm, you actually need to have Jimmy out as a buddy. As you can see, I can't really do anything, but once I switch to Jimmy, it's going to trigger a cutscene.
Oh boy, the cattle ranch. We're here. Excuse us. Hello.
Here's the keys to the barn.
He's going to give you a key to the barn. Now before we go into the barn, we want to speak to the kindergartner in the left side of the actual cow field. And then we'll go through the gates up north, make a left, and climb this ladder. Now at the very top is where you can use a quest item. It's a man-bear sensor pig, or man-bear pig sensor pig, man-bear. After you've used that, you can head back down, and you're going to go through the front of the barn using the barn key. Now once you're in the barn, you're going to fight a pack of Nazi cows. They're really easy to kill, so just quickly have a battle with them. And after that, there is a ladder on the left side of the barn that you need to climb. And then you can shoot the lantern to expose the flame. And then you can fart and clear the path. And inside this bag is going to be the quest item, which is the flute. You can make your way back outside of the barn. And then you just want to speak with the rancher. And that's going to complete the quest for Jimmy.
Hey, you did it! You elves were pretty all right. Did you find the flute?
I sure did, Rancher Bill. And now my bardic abilities will be great.
After that, Jimmy's going to add you as a friend. So there's our 43rd friend. And we can make our way back down past the You Store It truck. And keep making our way towards the left. We'll go past the fast travel. And we're going to go past the coffee shop and speak with Al Gore behind the tree.
With all the sensors in place, I can get a read.
After speaking with Al Gore, you're going to actually get his storage key. So that's used in the You Store It parking lot. We won't go there just yet, but at least you know what it is for. After that, I want you to fast travel over here by Kevin's house. You're going to hit that banner. And then quickly go to the fast travel again and go towards Restaurant Row where the Shitty Walk is. And make your way all the way to the left. And you're going to find the 6th graders over here by the trash can because they're trash. Go ahead and smack them, beat them in a fight, and you will get cigarettes, which is another quest item for being a goth kid. After that, you can make your way back towards the right past the Tower of Peace. Make your way down from there and then left to go back towards the police station. You keep going left past the police station. And then you'll be in front of the church where another banner can be found. Before leaving the area, go to the left, and in front of the pond is another banner. Then you can make your way back towards the church, and you can interact with the fast travel. And we want to actually go towards the school, and we're going to speak with the goth kids.
Oh joy, it's Butthole the Barbarian from the Dungeons of Dumbass. You gotta...
they're going to give you another task to use the nonconformist protest sign. So when you go into the community center, it's going to trigger a cutscene.
It isn't right, I tell you.
After that cutscene, you can speak with Mr. Mackey, and he's going to give you a quest. Make sure you speak with him, grab the quest, and we will go finish that a bit later. And after that, you'll have the fuck the conformist sign, and you actually want to bring it up to the table or the podium towards the center of the room to trigger a cutscene. Now Randy's got your back. He says you shouldn't be saying this stuff. I'm going to teach you how to fart. So he's going to teach you how to do the sneaky squeaker. And at first, this thing's kind of triggering because you think you have to hold it, but you actually just press down on the right stick. I thought it was worth mentioning because a lot of people had issues with it before, because all of the other farts you hold R stick down, but this one you actually just press it down and then you press the other one up. You don't hold it. Otherwise, you're going to listen to Randy say the same dialogue 500 times, and you're going to want to blow your brains out. Understandably so. After that, he'll make you do the sneaky squeaker to Mr. Mackey, and then drop kick his ass. Once you finish that, it's going to kick you out of the bathroom, but I want you to go back into the bathroom and go past Mr. Mackey. And in the final stall back here is going to be another Chimpokemon. After you grab that, we can leave the area and go out of the community center. And from there, we'll make our way to the left. And we'll make our way to the fast travel by the school. Now you want to head towards the U Store It. And what we're going to do now is climb up this trash can and then go over this billboard. Because we're going to use the keys we've got, and we're going to do Mr. Mackey's side quest as well. So once you make it to the other side, go inside the actual office. Press this lock right here on the right side. It's a little bit dodgy to get to. And then once you do that, it's going to open the gate out front. And that way you can get in and out much easier. Make your way around the corner. You're going to find some more storages that we can go into. The first one you want to use is 221, which is Mr. Mackey's storage. And up top you can see a Chimpokemon. I want you to shoot him down with the bow and pick him up. After that, you can break through some of this trash. And there's actually an anal probe thing there. You can kind of see it. And if you go up top, up here, and loot the bag, you can get Mackey's P.O. Box key. Before leaving his storage, you want to head to the back where the computer monitors are and press X. That's going to remove the quest item for the monitor for Mr. Mackey to finish his quest. From there, you can go to the storage 223. Just wait out this little dialogue part here with Professor Chaos, and eventually the light will turn on, and then you can speak with General Disarray and get him as a friend. And then towards the back, you're going to find a ladder you can climb up with another Chimpokemon on top. So shoot the Chimpokemon off, pick them up, climb through the vent, and then go upstairs. Once you're up here, you can use the anal probe to grab this chest over here, which is going to have some equipment in it. And then you can make your way back, get out of there. And then before we leave the storage area, we'll go into Al Gore's storage. You're going to have a little bit of a cutscene with him. It's going to initiate the next part of his quest.
Underneath the ground of South Park. If you know anywhere you can get underground, go there at once and run this defibrillator.
After that, you can leave his storage and make your way outside of the U Store It area. And make your way back to the left, and you can interact with the fast travel. You want to go back to the Elven Kingdom and speak with Dog Poo, and for doing his quest, you'll get him as a friend. After that, you can go back to the fast travel, and you want to use the one just before the community center, which is a bit towards the left. And then once you're here, make your way towards the left. Keep going left, you'll see the community center, and then you can go inside. Now speak with Mr. Mackey. And for turning in his quest, you actually get him as a friend.
How many car crashes?
After that, make your way out to the right. Keep going all the way right. And we're going to use the fast travel again. Just saves you a bit of time. And then make your way downtown in front of the post office. From the post office, keep going right past Tom's rhinoplasty. And then go into the bank. Now once you're in the bank, behind the desk in the top left is another kindergartner. Make sure you interact with him. That'll be 5 out of 6. From there, make your way back to the left. And left of the post office is actually going to be a sewer manhole, and you just want to climb down that. This is also going to be where our last kindergartner is. You can see him behind the trash. Then you can use the alien probe to cross the gap. Now just follow along in the guide. The sewers might be like a little bit confusing, but it's not too bad if you're just following along. So you can shoot these with the arrows to basically turn them off for, short periods of time and run through. Now there's another side quest bit right here where you want to put the defibrillator on there. So that's Al Gore's quest. Make sure you interact with that generator right there. You'll fight a lot of rats and hobos and things like that in here, but once you make your way around the left, open this gate for a Chimpokomon and to speak with the best Christmas poo around. Alright, Mr. Hanky needs you to find his kids. So we're going to make our way to the left, again killing anything in our path. And directly to the left we already find Amber. So to get to her we need to climb up this ladder. And then left of this ladder, by going on this back sort of catwalk, you can then use this switch to turn that off. And then make your way down and speak with her to get her as a friend. After that, make your way back up to the top and go to the right. And again, you're just disabling some of these switches as you see fit to get through. Or you can use the catwalk on the back, for example. And the hobos are used for a side quest. As you can see, we have 2 out of 7 homeless camps. So we want to make sure we get all the homeless while we're in here, just because it saves us a bit of trouble when we backtrack for some cleanup. Now go all the way to the right when there's a dead end, and then use the ladder to go down. You'll find some more homeless people, and you'll find another friend. Go ahead and take them out. And then Cornwallis will give you a friend request. They also drop the broken bottle, which is a weapon or equipment, so make sure you're looting every enemy that you can throughout the whole game, honestly. Now you'll make your way back up to the top, press the button switch there to climb up another ladder that's behind a gate. And this is part of one of Jimbo's hunting guide thing, and it's the penis mouse. So smack the penis, kill the mouse. You killed yourself a penis mouse. After that, climb down the ladder, and we're going to backtrack to the left. Not sure why I touched that switch, so just ignore me. So yeah, backtrack to the left, and then back here you can see a switch to turn that off, and there's also a chest that has a weapon inside. After you've activated the switch, come back this way, and you'll find another homeless. That's 4 out of 7 already, which is great. Shoot down the ladder by this pipe, and then climb up it. After that, you climb up the ladder and make your way to the left, and you can shoot the switches to turn those off, and you can make your way past this pallet in the back. Now here's another one behind a grate. You just have to smack all the rats and then interact with them, and the mom will come out, kill her, and then you can interact with them to get another friend. After grabbing Simon, you can make your way back from the way we came. Go through the tunnel, open the switch, and that's going to open that gate there and go down this ladder. You can activate the shortcut as well there, and then shoot the switch to stop the pipe. And again, you're just looting everything in the area, because at the end you're going to want to sell a lot of it so you can make money, but don't sell anything throughout the whole game, please. Okay, that's 5 out of 7 homeless camps. Majority of them were in the sewers, but there's more up top, so as long as you're leaving with 5 out of 7, then you know you've done everything, so don't worry about any others at the moment. From here, we'll make our way back to where we found Mr. Hankey, and we'll tell him that we found all his kids. After you do that, you're going to get Mr. and Mrs. Hankey as a friend, and you also get Mr. Hankey as a summon. So that makes 2 more friends, and then we can go back to the surface level by making our way to the right, and then to the left, and then up the ladder. We want to just go back out the manhole that we originally came down. Now we will make our way back to the sewers later in the game, just for a little bit of cleanup, but not too much, which is good because, let's be honest, the sewer is a shitty area. I mean, it's fucking shitty being in a sewer. Climb back up top, make your way towards the right of the post office, and use the fast travel. Once you've done that, go back to the you store it, go past the homeless guy, and we're going to grab another homeless since we have most of them anyways. He's actually hidden in the back of the storage truck. It's pretty genius, really, that he's made this a living place. So that's 6 out of 7. Loot everything in the truck. There's always more stuff. Then you'll make your way back to the left, and then you'll go inside the actual storage facility. And you want to go into Al Gore's storage and just let him know that you've done what he required, and that's going to push you into the next part of the quest as well.
Keep an eye out for Amberpeg. I'll contact you on
Now, just a heads up as well, you can do his next part of the quest if you want, because he does a lot of status updates, and it's annoying as hell. So you can definitely knock it out now, but I do it a little bit later in the guide, just so you're aware. But after that, make your way to the bus stop and go left of there. And we're going to get our last homeless camp, which is actually hidden pretty well behind this tree. There's a path. Go to the very back, and you'll smash a barricade to the right, and then you will see the homeless people. You can stagger some of them with the bow if you want, and then go ahead and initiate the fight. After you kill them, that's going to be your last homeless camp, and that's going to be the end of that quest. That one goes back to Mayor McDaniels in City Hall. Now make your way back towards the right, and then you can go up the street here by the bus stop, and go past Tom's Rhinoplasty again, and go towards the post office. Once you're past the post office, we can keep going to our left because we're going to make our way to City Hall, and we're going to speak with Mayor McDaniels to turn in the quest that we just did, and doing so is also going to unlock her as a friend.
Your work helping with the homeless of South Park will never...
You'll make your way to the left from City Hall and then up where you see the police station sign. We're going to use the fast travel that's in front of the Tower of Peace. And you want to go all the way towards the bottom left, sort of where the movie theater is, because we want to make our way back to the park, which is just down this path. And we're going to turn in yet another quest, which is for finding the kindergartners, and that's going to be a lot of friends for us unlocked. After that, head back out from where you entered into the park itself and past the fast travel, and then up, and we'll go straight past the movie theater as well, and make your way all the way to the left, because we're going to start the next part of the main story. So once you get towards the mall area over here, it's going to initiate a cutscene, and we can start the next part of the story.
Folks, there's nothing to be concerned with here. Absolutely nothing out of the
Now after the cutscene, you will be in front of these guards, and you have to actually use the fart that Randy taught you, the sneaky squeaker, and you'll see that it highlights the 2 guards, and that's how you know that you're going to attract both of their attention. And then once you're in the actual compound, you can kind of aggro that guy over to you and then flip the switch to electrocute him for an easy kill. Now after that, the only way inside is to use the anal probe because the door is locked. So anal probe on top of the roof and then loot the chest on the left side here. All of these are missable because this area becomes inaccessible later. So just make sure you're looting everything I tell you to. But once you interact with the vent, it's going to trigger a short cutscene and you're going to fight some zombie Nazis. Now make sure you're looting all of the enemies as well because there's some equipment on them like the SWAT armor and the vest and whatnot. So make sure you're looting everything as I said before. Make your way into the conference room, and before grabbing the tape, you want to actually go up here and shoot down a Chimpokemon. So we're getting close to the end of the Chimpokemons, which is great. After you've done that, you can kind of loot the area if you want, whatnot, grab your stuff, and then grab the recording on the table. You'll make your way back to the community center, and that's where you turn in the quest, and you initiate a cutscene, and then after the cutscene you can speak with all of them to add them as a friend.
Kyle is so lucky to have so many nice neighbors his age.
This will pop the more popular than Jesus trophy as well if you've been following the guide. Now I want you to fart on Principal Victoria here, the blonde hair. Keep farting on her until she talks to you. Just make sure that, you know, it's registering as you farting on her. There's a trophy to fart on 4 different people of power, and she's one of them, being the principal. So make sure you fart on her a few times just so it registers. Exit the community center and then make your way to the left. You'll go to the back of the school, and then you're going to speak with the Goths. They're going to make you do like a cigarette hero kind of thing. It's like Guitar Hero but with smoking and like, you know, more goth. So do that. I don't even think you can actually fail this, but I can't confirm that. Now once you've done it, they're going to be like, wow, this guy's really goth. I can feel his pain. And you'll get a lot more friends, and you'll also get a trophy for becoming friends with the goth kids. After that, I want you to make your way to Koopa Keep, and you can speak with Cartman.
Summon our forces. Simply call them here and your dedication to Koopa Keep will be complete.
After speaking with him, you can initiate the next storyline cutscene by climbing this tower, and you will have an attack on the school. So when you're at the school, you're going to be on this back area here. You're going to have to use Butters to heal the goth kid, and he's going to open the door for you. Now immediately when you enter the door, there's going to be a Chimpokemon. So what you want to do is press X to turn on the flame, and then fart to blow up the oven, and there's the Chimpokemon. After that, you just want to go to the left. Again, you can loot everything in the area before you go. Make your way outside of here, and to the right you will find a cabinet that you can search, and you'll find Chef's old P.O. box key. So you can loot that as well, and then make your way back to the left where you entered, and then we're going to go down. Now we're going to get a missable item as well over here. It's to the very right, and it's on this dead body in the corner. It's a basketball weapon, so make sure you grab that. And then after getting that, we can make our way back to the left and proceed with the rest of the mission.
Shit, we lost pressure on the hose.
If you shoot that pipe first and then shoot that, you'll electrocute a few of them. And then you only have to smack this scared kid and he'll just drop. Using the environment just makes the fights go a lot quicker as well. After you do that, you can fart to blow up the barricade. And then you'll find 2 more enemies. Go ahead and smack them, beat them up, and loot them. Make sure you do loot them because they have the necromancer gloves. Then you can head through the doors and proceed with the story mission. Now once you make your way through, you'll see that you can't fart on the barricade because of the fan. So what you actually want to do is shoot the vent above you.
No magic with the fan running. You'll kill us.
And then you're going to use an anal probe to go through the vent.
Maybe he wants to be friends.
You'll fight some rats and things like that. And there's an anal probe thing. You can loot there and grab the loot. It's just all junk. And then make your way down the light. After that, you'll make your way into the basement and then create a backup save, essentially. So make a separate save. This is so we can get gingivitis trophy pretty easily. And what you want to do is just let them bite you when they do the zombie bite. And the 5th time that they do that, that's going to pop the trophy. So as you can see, he's getting Nazi zombie bite again. And there's the trophy, gingivitis. So this is a pretty easy place to farm it because they use it quite a bit. If Butters does die, just make sure you reload the save because there's a trophy for not letting the battles end with a dead companion. Now during this story mission as well, Cartman's going to add you as a friend. It's story related, so it's not missable. But again, just make sure you don't proceed if Butters dies or anything like that because you'll miss a trophy. I just can't, emphasize that enough. Some dodgy stuff kind of happens here. And I get Kenny to pull this guy over and electrocute him. And you'll see him pretty much disappear for some reason. So when I brought Butters back in, for some reason he disappeared. So just be wary that if he disappears for whatever reason at all, that you go back to the left, go out the door. I figured since it happened to me, I may as well show you just in case it happens to you. And then his loot should appear, and he's actually got some equipment that we need. So you definitely want to make sure you loot that, otherwise you'd end up missing it, and there goes another playthrough. After that, we can go into the boiler room, and there's another Jimbo's hunt guide that we can do in here, and it's just the slime that's over here on the table. Interact with it, kill the slime, and that's another part of Jimbo's quest done. From there, you can leave the basement. You'll be in this area here with Stan flinging fire shit at you, and you want it to land on the table so that way you can blow it up with a fart. You'll then kill the enemies in the area, and then you'll let Cartman through the front door, and you'll then have a boss battle against Stan. Now after you defeat him, you can loot him, and he's going to give you a weapon. Now just make sure you loot everything in the area and then go up the stairs. Now there's a few enemies you have to kill up here to save your friends. And again, you can always shoot them to stun them and make the fight a little bit easier once you're in it. Make sure you loot all of them as well because there's more equipment to be had. The necromancer hood, things like that. So make sure you're looting absolutely everything. Now to the right is a locker. You can shoot down a Chimpokomon. After you get the Chimpokomon, to the left is actually Bill and Fosse. Kill the enemy that's beating on them, and then you'll unlock both of them. So you get both of them as a friend, which is pretty gay. And then you can make your way to the 5th grade classroom before going into the left side. The reason you want to go in here is you're going to find Lemmy Winks on the floor, and he's going to be able to give you a friend request. We're also going to make up a backup save here because there's 2 trophies that we can get, and that way we can, minimize this to one playthrough like the guide's intended for. So loot everything in the area, grab Lemmy Winks as a friend, and then you can make your way back outside. Now once you go through the door on the left side of Cartman, the 4th grade classroom, it's going to trigger a cutscene with Kyle. And then you'll have to hit one of them with a melee attack because the trophies are to basically choose sides. Before you hit them, you want to make a backup save. Again, you want to loot everything in the area because, for example, in this chest, there's a weapon. Now, the first one we're going to go for, just make the backup save. You can do it as a create new save, whatever's easier. Just make sure you're not saving over saves that you still need. And then after you've made the save, as you can see, there's my save, just so you see it. You then hit the one that you want to go with. I just pretty much kill Cartman first so then I can side with Cartman because he's an asshole. You'll fight him, and then once you fart on him, you're going to defeat him, and that's going to pop the trophy. Now immediately after popping the trophy, you can just load the game. you can load your save back up. Now the game's checkpoints work a bit funny, and you more than likely have to grab Lemmywinks as a friend again. Same with any of the weapons that were in the area. So go in the 5th grade classroom again, because it doesn't look like it may have saved. So you'll see that I have Lemmywinks as a friend again. Just make sure you load the save and do this again, because it checkpoints at certain points in the game, and it checkpointed before that, so I had to actually grab Lemmywinks again, and I had to grab the weapon that was in the chest in this room as well. So please make sure you grab all of that, because if you don't, you're looking at another playthrough. After that, just smack Carl. You'll do the same kind of fight with him, and once you defeat him, you're going to get another trophy, which I'm not going to say because I'll probably get cancelled. Now after the cutscene, you'll end up in front of this house, and on your way to your house, you're going to find Jimmy's house again, which is the house with the front door blown up, and this is going to be our final garage, which is going to pop the trophy Parcheologist. There's also going to be the equipment inside, so make sure you grab that. Now once you get to your house, the next part of the story is with the Underpants Gnomes, and they're going to do this channeling attack. Now the next trophy we want to do is called Rebuttal, and it's for interrupting those channel attacks, which you may have remembered when we did it on the hall monitor back in the school at the very beginning of the game. So you want to make sure you use items to boost up your mana, and then use Dragon Shout. Dragon Shout's the best just because it costs less mana, and it's easy to, make sure you hit right. And that's going to stun them. So whenever you stun them, that counts as a rebuttal, basically. You want to make a save before here, just in case for whatever reason you don't get it. You can try again. But when you're actively going for it, you should have no problem. You fight a fair few gnomes on the way through this area. I just wanted to explain that trophy to you, but go ahead and go up the wires and loot the super bouncy ball and the gnome helmet. There's a few things you want to loot throughout here, so just make your way through until you get to this long wire. You're going to break the wall on the left side, and then over here you can just run past these really quick so you don't get electrocuted. And in this bag here is another equipment. Make your way back to the right where you shoot down a pipe, and you'll find a rat here which you can climb up the wire, smack through, and shoot this down to create a fire. Then you can cup a spell it and kill him, and then you can smack this pipe to kill another one. After that, make your way back down. There's only going to be one rat here, and you can shoot him and either walk past him or just kill him, whatever's easier. And make sure you grab the gnome pickaxe before going up the wire. Now once you go out of here, you want to not move your controller at all. You have to watch your parents have sex for 60 seconds, and it's going to pop the perverted trophy. So once you get to this scene, do not touch your controller at all until the trophy pops. Break out some tissues, whatever you need to do to not touch that controller. As you can see, this is where I got Rebuttal. It's right when they were doing it in the background. That wasn't intended, alright? Listen, things just happen sometimes, and I just go with it. But as you can see, I interrupted 5 of those attacks, and that popped the trophy. Now once you get out of here, you're going to get Underpants Gnome as a friend. And the reason you did that is because you had the 5 underpants already that we collected prior to getting to that part, which made it much easier. After that, we'll use the fast travel to go back to the You Store It and go to Al Gore Storage. Now once you're here, just interact with Al Gore, and you're going to have a battle with him. He thinks I'm Man Bear Pig, which I mean, he might be right. But after you kill him, you're going to get the secret key, which lets you go to the room in the back. And there's actually a chest in the top left of this area. Just go ahead and go to the chest and grab the weapon. It's a Super Serial Man Bear Pig Club. Once you've done that, make your way back outside. That's a fucking wall. I'm not sure what's wrong with me half the time, but just bear with me, guys. Go to the fast travel. Now once you're in the fast travel menu, you go all the way to the bottom left. And we want to use the fast travel that's just a bit before the community center. So as you can see, there's a community center. Use the travel, and then once you're over here, make your way all the way to the left. I then want you to make your way up before going to the community center, so that way you're in front of the police station. There's actually a side quest that I want us to grab, and it's from Sergeant Yates. This is a missable side quest as well, so it's good to just get it done as soon as you can. So this is when we're going to grab it. Just keep following the guide, and I'll make sure you guys get this platinum. Now make your way outside of the police station, and whenever you see any zombies on the map, you can go ahead and kill them, because they have a chance to drop the quest item, which is 5 Nazi zombie rings, and that way you can get that quest done even faster. But we're going to go to the church, because we're going to fight Man Bear Pig, who's hiding behind a tree. And once you kill him, make sure you loot him, because he has the Man Bear Pig claw. That's another weapon to add to our collection. Then you can use the fast travel in front of the church to go towards the right side of the map. Go all the way to the back of Kyle's house, and you're going to trigger another cutscene. You'll unlock Kyle as a buddy, and Cartman as a buddy, and you'll also get Kyle as a friend.
You need me to fight.
Perhaps you would like the services of a level 10 bot.
And you can speak with Jimmy just so that way he tags along with you and you have all your buddies. Just make sure you have all the buddies with you. And what we want to do is, you can see we need to go to City Hall. So we use the fast travel that's just under it. And then that way we can go up and then to the right, and we'll be in front of City Hall. Kind of where Annie is, if you remember her earlier. But before going to Annie, I want you to actually start farting on your buddy. They're not really your buddy if you can't fart on them, let's be honest. You'll know that you farted on them when they say some kind of dialogue. So fart on them once or twice, just make sure it counts. Press down on the D-pad to keep switching your buddy. Fart on Jimmy a few times. Definitely fart on Kyle. And then lastly, we're going to fart on Cartman, and that's going to pop the Just Saying Hi trophy. After that, we can make our way back towards Annie. I just wanted Butters to be my buddy because I love Butters. And after you speak with Annie, she's going to want you to pose as Bebe's boyfriend. So to do that, we'll go to the fast travel marker on the post office. Go towards the park, which is sort of near the photo dojo and the movie theater. And towards the center of the park is going to be a bench, and we speak with Monica there, and that's going to trigger a cutscene and also get Monica as a friend.
Oh, hi. You must be Mike.
After getting Monica as a friend, go back to Annie, which is in front of City Hall again, and let her know that you want to see the girls. You'll then have a story mission where you're going through an abortion clinic, and right before you go in, after that cutscene, you'll get another friend, which is Jesse Rodriguez. Now inside the abortion clinic, make sure you're looting everything. There's weapons like the poison grenades, which is just a bloody tampon, and things like that. Once you make to this room, grab the surgical equipment and then press left on the D-pad and equip it. After equipping them all, you can make your way outside of the room. There's going to be a bit of story and whatnot, and then you'll eventually be under the floorboards where you're killing Nazi zombies and Nazi rats and things like that. Make sure you're looting them all, because as you can see, we've gotten a Nazi ring, and we want 5 of those as soon as possible just to get that quest done with. Now inside this bag is a weapon as well, so make sure you grab that. And then you can break this wire covering and fart on it, so that way you can make a path and then go up this screw. You'll make your way out here and you'll see Randy. You have to actually give Randy an abortion, and I'll give you some quick tips on it because I give a lot of people abortions in the game, of course. And yeah, so the needle part, you have to press down on the analog when it's towards the middle, so definitely not what I did the first 2 times. And then after that, you're going to have this little circular thing, and you just rotate the analog. Super easy. Now this one, you hold left until his nutsack gets sucked into it, and then you hold right until his nutsack gets sucked into it, and then you hold left until his nutsack gets sucked into it. Don't let it suck his nutsack too much, because then it's going to break his nutsack. After that scene with Randy, you actually fight some Nazi babies. And after you defeat them and they're on the floor, you just want to fart on them, and that's going to pop the Too Far trophy. So loot them as well because they have more Nazi rings, but definitely fart on a fetus, and you'll get the Too Far trophy. After you make your way through the level a bit more, you can use the grenade by shooting it and blow up the guy, so that way you can use your gnome dust to shrink down and grab another Pokemon. So again, you have to use the gnome dust to shrink down. And then after that, you can bust out your anal probe, because we need to disable the artillery gun. Use the anal probe to get up into this pipe, and then to shoot down this electrical panel. That's going to break the gun, and then you can use the anal probe to go back over. And once you've done that, fart on the artillery gun. That's going to make room. And you'll fight more Nazi babies, and then a giant Nazi baby, fetus baby. And if you missed the trophy earlier, just fart on it. And that's pretty much it. Just make sure you get that trophy because it is missable. And then after that, you'll go back to City Hall. And then from City Hall, we'll make our way towards the police station, because I still didn't get 5 Nazi rings. You may have it if you were, kind of focusing on them beforehand. So make your way towards City Hall, just looking around for zombies if you don't have enough rings. Now, if you do have enough Nazi zombie rings, then you can just go to the police station, speak with Sergeant Yates, and complete the quest, so that way you can get him as a friend. Okay, so I now have 5 rings, which happen to be near City Hall as well. And I'll make my way to the left towards the police station, and I'm going to go get Sergeant Yates' quest turned in. Definitely make sure you do this before you proceed with the story, because it is missable, so I don't want you guys to miss anything. And there you go, you get Sergeant Yates as a friend. You can leave the police station and then exit towards the right. So we'll go right, sort of where City Hall is, but we're going to make our way actually up top past the police station sign. And we want to use the fast travel that's in front of the Tower of Peace again. We're going to make our way over to Kyle's house to initiate another scene.
You better get a real passport photo first, or you won't make
Okay, after that, you're going to have to start making your way towards Canada. So in order to do that, we want to use the fast travel to go to the photo dojo. After you do the photo dojo area where you fight an enemy and things like that, make your way up towards the movie theater. And I want you to stop in front of Tweak's Coffee. Now you're going to use the gnome dust to shrink down to get another Pokemon. And then you want to grab the item that's inside the bag next to it, which is a witch hat. Then after that, you can make your way towards the right and past the U-Store facility, because we are going to Canada. So to get to Canada, you make your way past the facility, like I said, go up the path sort of like where we went with Jimmy to go to the barn. But to the right of the barn is another path where you can see some rats. And I just want you to hit them with that fart. It's got to be Dragon Shout, so don't do a Kappa spell. I clearly haven't mastered my asshole. Once you use Dragon Shout, then you can clear the path. And to get to Canada, all you actually have to do in the forest is just go straight. So you go straight, you'll then go straight, and then one more straight. So it should be 4 straights, and then you'll be at Canada's border. Now you have a cutscene with this Canadian guard, and then you'll be in Canada, which is retro, and it's pretty sweet. So the first place you want to go to is Ottawa, and we're going to make our way to the palace in the background. And we'll go all the way to the back to speak with the Prince of Canada. You have a quick little cutscene there with him, and then after that, I want us to go to Winnipeg.
Welcome to Winnipeg.
Now we'll go to the back of Winnipeg and speak with the Earl. He's going to be like, yo, I need you to kill some dire bears. You cool with that? And we absolutely are. So after he's given you that quest, the dire bears are in the top right of this area, so you don't have to leave Winnipeg at all. You just make your way over to the right, smack them, and then kill them in battle.
killed by
And then you want to also loot the pelts that they drop, so that way you can turn in the quest. So make sure you loot all 3 of the Dire Bear pelts, and then go back to the Earl of Winnipeg. I clearly missed one, so don't be me. Be better than me, like I know you can. Make your way back to the Earl of Winnipeg, like I said, and then complete his quest, and you're going to actually get him as a friend as well. After that, make your way back to Ottawa, where the Prince of Canada is. Make your way to the very back and have another chat with him for a cutscene.
There you are. I understand you wish me to release the Minister of Montreal.
After that, we'll exit out of Ottawa and we're going to make our way to Banff. If I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, then I apologize. So Banff is in the top past that snake, the little slithery snake, and I do a little quick little maneuver right here and bait him out, and I skip his ass because I ain't got time for that. So make your way inside, and then at the very end of the church is the bishop. You're going to have a chat with him. You do need to be careful going through the dialogue because you're basically going to spare his life. So after you fight him in battle, there's going to give you a dialogue option, and you want to make sure that you take the dire pig testicles. So make sure you don't kill him. If you kill him, then you've just locked yourself out of a trophy. But after you've done that, you're going to get the bishop as a friend. And then we can make our way back to Ottawa. Go back to the palace, speak with the prince. You'll then get the Prince of Canada as a friend, and then we'll make our way back outside of Ottawa. And our next destination is actually Vancouver, which is on the bottom left side of the map. So make your way back to this area over here and then go to the bottom left. Go to the very back and you can speak with the Duke. I think he was called the Duke. Yeah, the Duke of Vancouver. And you get him as a friend. And you don't want to actually leave Vancouver yet because you need to speak to the beautiful monks. Now these 2 people right here, you got to respect them. Now they're going to really teach you how to expand that asshole of yours. So they start talking about you. They're like, oh, he probably can't fart, but they don't realize that you do have experience with your asshole. So you want to just use a dragon shout. After you've done that, you can do a cup spell and launch it right at his face. And then after that, you can go over to the sneaky squeaker, and that's going to trigger a cutscene once you've done it on him. Now they're going to teach you the Nagasaki, which is a fantastic asshole maneuver, and you're going to get them both as a friend. And always remember just to never fart on a man's balls. After you've done that and you've learned the Nagasaki technique, we're going to exit Vancouver. We'll make our way towards the right side of the map. And we're going to do another Jimbo thing really quick since we're here. And it's actually at the spider web up here. Go ahead and interact with it and you will have a spider boss. After you beat him, you get some equipment and you also get the quest completed for Jimbo. Once you've done that, make your way into this cave just shortly below it. Alright, so we're going to want to move this rock that's in the way of our path. To do that, you want to use Nagasaki and your screen's going to start to shake. Once you have it in the right place and it starts shaking like crazy, then you're going to cause it to break. Okay, so after you get through that wall, there's going to be a lot of enemies here. Just go ahead and take them out. They're really easy. And there's also a missable thing I want you to grab. So the guy that's down below there, you have to actually fart on him because he's one of the 4 authority figures that you need to fart on for a trophy. And I just want you to fart on him enough times to make sure it registers. If you did it right, the trophy should pop here. Mine actually didn't pop here because for some reason Mayor McDaniels didn't count for me earlier, so I go back to her a bit later and I show that in the video. Fart on him a few times, make sure you're getting the dialogue, and then loot the chest on the left side. You can never be too sure, so if the trophy didn't pop for you as well, make sure you fart on this guy a lot because he is missable. Because after you speak with him, he's going to disappear and he's going to be on your friends list. Same with the Princess of Canada. So please, please, please fart on him. Can't stress that enough. It is missable. And then before leaving Canada, I want you to engage in a fight with the wolf. And you want them to give you dire aids. And the reason is there's an outpatient trophy, which is for killing the final boss while having dire aids. It's like normal aids, only dire. Now, if the Truth to Power trophy didn't pop for you, then you'll go back to the community center. You're going to fart on Principal Victoria a few times, and then you'll just go up to the right a bit to find Priest Maxi. You'll fart on him a few times. This is in front of City Hall, by the way. And then you'll go into City Hall and you'll fart on Mayor McDaniels, who actually for some reason didn't register for me, and then she did. So you get the Truth to Power trophy. Please make sure you farted on that guy in the cave in Canada because he's missable while these 3 are not. After you've done that, go ahead and speak with Annie to go see the girls. Once you do that, you're going to immediately jump in with a few friend requests, which is great. And then I also want you to go around and start speaking with them because you're going to get more friends. As you can see, we just got Heidi. And they sell weapon and equipment. We won't worry about that just yet because we'll be backtracking a bit later. There's a Chimpokomon on the left, mouse tick. And there's also a chest with some gear, and that's going to pop the Shopaholic trophy if you've been following the guide correctly so far. Go ahead and start talking to the girls, just running around talking to them. Make sure you grab all of them as a friend. And then make sure you get Allie on the left here, and then you'll also get Jessie down here. You already have Monica, so you shouldn't need to grab her. And then yeah, that's basically it. After that, we'll go ahead and leave out the girls' bathroom. We'll make our way towards the left and exit the park. Go up to the fast travel, and then I want you to go towards the post office. And the reason we're doing that is I'm just quickly showing you on the map. You can see if you're missing Chimpokomon, equipment, anything like that, if you press R1 to filter it. So as you can see right here in the sewers, I'm missing a Chimpokomon, and I'm also missing an equipment. Just to help you find them, but again, I'm showing you where to go, so just follow the guide. Go into the news office here, smack this vent, and then sniff some of that gnome dust. And grab the Chimpokomon. And I have no idea why, but he popped up twice for some reason. But climb up the ladder and speak with this Leroy guy to get him as a friend. I like hearing the Chimpokomon guy voice in the background, the Chimpokomon. So it was all good. Like if it's gonna pop twice, cool with me. After that, we'll exit outside the newsroom, go down in the sewer again. This is our final time going to the sewer. I know it's super shitty down here, but we'll make it nice and easy. We only need to do like 2 easy things down here. We're getting really close to the end of the guide, so thank you guys for following. If you're still following along, you'll make your way to the right past the generator, and then you'll cross over these grates and then go through this tunnel. Make your way to the left side of the screen and go through that tunnel with the red light, and go down this ladder. This is going to bring us to a sort of cave that's even lower than the sewer, and this is where we can look for the crab people who look like man, talk like people. And you'll see this rock, and you're going to use the Nagasaki. So go ahead and channel that shit and blow up the rock. There's going to be a Chimpokomon on this path. Make sure you grab that, and then speak with the crab people. Crab person. He's going to add you as a friend, and there's also a chest here with some equipment, so make sure you loot that. You're also going to pop a trophy for becoming friends with the crab people as well as the gnomes, which you should have got the gnome earlier from when we learned gnome dust. And then you can loot the area in the cave and make your way to the right side of the cave, because we're going to do another part of Jimbo's quest. So towards the bottom on this path, there's a spot where you can spawn the bat. Kill the bat, and that's another part towards Jimbo's quest being completed. You can climb up this ladder. It's going to lead you to the front of the movie theater, which is great. And that's going to save you from having to backtrack, which is always great. After that, make your way towards the right, past the movie theater and past Tweak's Coffee, because we're going to use the fast travel that's in front of the used store.
Car crashes have you been in?
Go towards the top left. We're going to want to go to Jimbo, so go to the Tower of Peace and make your way over to Jimbo's shop, which is past the shitty walk. Now once you're in front of Jimbo's, head inside, complete the quest by speaking with him, and that's going to give you Jimbo and Ned as a friend. You'll see there's a hunter guide option on the left side. So you get Ned and Jimbo, and he's also going to give you a key. So you'll switch to the alien probe and get up on top of his ceiling, which is going to have a chest. And that key actually works on this chest, and you're going to get a weapon as well. 2 weapons actually. So make sure you grab those as well. Then use the alien probe to get back down, and then we're going to exit out of Jimbo's.
Remember, you can legally kill anything in self-defense.
After that, you'll head back towards the post office area. Make your way into the post office itself and speak with Lola. That's going to give you her as a friend. And we want to set up for another trophy that's going to happen towards the end of the game. So I want you to go to the right of the post office, and you're going to enter Tom's Rhinoplasty. Now the trophy's called Face Hoff, and we need to get the David Hasselhoff procedure. So you speak with Mrs. Marsh, click select procedure. It's very expensive, but don't worry about money. We're going to worry about that at the end after we beat the game for the miscellaneous trophies. Now after you get that, just buy a beauty mark or something from Mrs. Marsh, and you'll get her as a friend as well. So please purchase one of those from her. That's the only way to get her as a friend. She's very easy to miss because of that. Now use the alien probe on top of the bank to get on top of the Rhinoplasty building to grab the equipment, and then use them to get back down to the ground level. After that, we'll continue to the right past the abortion clinic, and you want to shoot the window on this pink building. As you can see, it's kind of flashing. Then you can use the anal probe to bring yourself inside the building, where we're going to find another friend. Speak with him and you should get Douglas as a friend. Now use the alien probe to go back down to the ground level. And we'll make our way towards the right, use the fast travel, and go back to Kyle's house. Now once you're at Kyle's house, before speaking with them, speak with this angry bastard right here, and that's Chris Donnelly. He's going to add you as a friend as well. So before you speak with Kyle and proceed with the main story, speak with Chris. You'll make your way to Clyde's castle, and in this room with the 2 barbarians, or cyclopses rather, then you're going to find a lawn dart weapon. And then actually on one of the cyclops, after you beat him, you're going to find some knight's gauntlets. So make sure again you're always looting enemies. And if you save Ike right here, you're going to get Ike as a friend. So just fart over onto the rocket, and it's going to blast that tower, and then you get Ike as a friend. Now that the tower has been injured, you can use Nagasaki to break the tower and kill the Cyclops within it. After that, channel your Nagasaki to break the roof. Go inside there and you can loot the chest as well to grab a knight helmet. You want to interact with the lever right there to open the gate. And then there's also a Chin Pokemon up on top of here. And you use the alien probe to get to it, and you'll grab the shoe. So we only need 1 more Chin Pokemon if you've been following the guide, which is awesome. And then go ahead and use the alien probe to get back down. And like I said, I'm a bit slow sometimes, so thanks for bearing with me. But yeah, make sure you interact with this to open the door. And then there's one on the left side to open that door as well. But what you want to do is you want to shoot the lantern to expose the flame. So make sure you switch back to shoot. get close enough, and then throw a cup of spell to blow him up. And then you can use the alien probe to get over to the other side. Now once you're on this side, you can break that down too to get back over. Interact with the other wheel, and that's going to fully open the gate and allow you to go through. You're going to fight Craig in a boss battle. He's really easy. And if you do all of the little interactions beforehand, you can get rid of some of the other enemies that you'd be fighting at the same time, which makes it even easier. After beating him, climb up the ladder and loot the chest to the left to get the knight armor. You want to make sure you get everything because Clyde's fortress is missable after you finish the area. You'll then eventually be inside Mr. Slave's asshole. And you just want to make your way up through his ass, destroying any of this white sticky stuff. And just, you know, we'll go up the ladder, break the white sticky stuff, go through this condom, break through that. Yeah, climb up the corn. We're going to get a missable trophy in here as well. You'll get to this electricity part, and you actually want to use Stan. A lot of people sometimes get stuck on that, but if you use Stan, he's going to get his dog, Sparky. And yeah, Sparky's just going to help you out. So he'll get rid of the electricity for you. Then after that, I'm going to switch back to my main man, Butters. We'll continue making our way up here. And now you'll see the slime right there. You see the slime with the little Nazi hat? What I want you to do is get ready to fight him, because you're going to anal probe over. And then you're going to hit him. And we're going to get one of our missable trophies. And in order to get this trophy, you want to go to your summons. And you want to click Mr. Slave's Rawhide Whip. And while we're inside Mr. Slave's asshole, we're going to put these slime in his asshole. So just do that. You're going to get the trophy inside joke. Does a lot of damage. It's got a strong ass. And yeah, make sure you get that because it is missable. So make sure you summon Mr. Slave while you're in here. It doesn't necessarily have to be that fight, but you definitely need to do it while you're inside his ass. Climbing up Mr. Hat is going to actually get you him as a friend. You'll come up to this where you need to use the Nagasaki yet again. So with the power of asshole, go ahead and break the ball. That's going to kill the slime as well, and then you can just progress through the level. Now on this phone, it's going to ring. You need to actually go up to it and press X to answer the call, and that's going to make Big Gay Al a friend as well. Now kill the slime that's near Big Gay Al on the phone, and then you'll get the vibro blade. So make sure you're looting all the enemies throughout Mr. Slave's ass. Now to continue through the rest of the level, you want to turn on this torch, and that's going to scare the bat away. So in order to do that, you need to go down this part, and then there's a battery on the right side that you can put inside the torch. And then if you go on top, you can interact with the button to turn it on. That'll scare the bat away. After doing that, make your way down, and there's actually a chest right here between the anal beads. And make sure you grab the condom cap out of that chest, and then climb up the anal beads. You'll then get a bit of a cutscene with the Sparrow Prince, and then have to fight him as well. Now after you've done that, you can just progress through the level as normal. And you want to use Nagasaki to get the ball in the top right to fall down. Not Sneaky Squeaker, but the Nagasaki. Make sure you find that sweet spot and then bust the ball. That's going to create a ramp, and then you can go up here and smack this to clear up the alien probe. Take out the alien probe, and then go onto the platform on the bottom left, and then interact with the switch to turn on the vibrator. After you do that, use the anal probe to get back up on top of the vibrator, and then make your way through the level. You'll come up onto SWAT guards and whatnot. You can just take them out, and then now you have to disarm the snook, which is same as the abortion thing. After you finish that, you're going to get another 3 friends, and you also get an equipment. So after that, you'll go through the doorway and trigger a cutscene with Clyde, and you'll fight a boss. And after you kill that boss, I want you to get ready for a trophy called 2 Girls, 1 Stick. So you want to press left on the D-pad, and you'll remember the makeover that you had with the girls. There's a trophy to defeat the last boss while wearing the makeover outfit. So as you can see, I'm over here. You want to have the David Hasselhoff face. You want to also have your makeover outfit on. You have dire aids right now as well if you've been following the guide. You want to make sure you have everything on. The makeover wig, makeover makeup, and the makeover outfit. 100% make sure you have it all on, or at least make a backup save in case you mess up. And then when you finally kill the final boss, you're going to pop all of those trophies at once. Face Off, 2 Girls, 1 Stick, Outpatient. You're also going to pop a few other ones afterwards, like For the Hoarder, which is not selling anything, not letting your buddy die, and then beating the story. After you do that, you're going to start right back in your own house, and we're going to get the Daddy Issues trophy. To do that, you're going to go downstairs and just speak with your dad. Now you have more than enough friends. He's going to add you on Facebook. You get the Daddy Issues trophy, and then we'll head outside of our own house and make our way to the right. Once you get to Cartman's house, you'll go to the very back, and this is where we get a trophy that we can finally go for now, and we can sell all of our junk. So firstly, go ahead and buy all of the weapons and equipment because we're going to need that for a trophy, and then we can get the Junk Peddler trophy, which is for selling junk. So go to the sell tab and then just start pressing triangle to sell it all as a stack, and go through it all. And once you sell enough, you're going to get the Junk Peddler trophy, and then you can just sell the rest as well because you don't need the junk. I then want you to go inside of Cartman's house, switch to him as a buddy, and we're going to get a friend that's upstairs in his room. You speak to Polly Prissy Pants, and she will add you as a friend if you have Cartman as a buddy. Make your way outside of Cartman's house and go to the right. And over here, you're going to see this guy hidden behind a bush. Just use the gnome dust to shrink down to his size and speak to him to get him as a friend. We'll continue making our way to the right past Stan's house, and then we're going to go into Kyle's house and into the backyard, because we're going to go to the vendor that's over there as well. We're basically hitting all of the vendors in the game, so that way we can buy all of the equipment for the trophy. You should get Make It Rain around this time as well for spending over $300, I believe it is. And once you do that, that'll pop the trophy. If you run out of cash at any point, you can go to the sell tab and sell the equipment, because you don't need to have it all at one time. You only need to have had it at one point to pop that trophy. We'll then go to the tent that's above Jason where the shop is, and you'll get Ismail of the Faithful weapon. It's inside the tent right there. So after you grab that, use the fast travel and we can see where to go next. We'll go to the bus stop, and then you'll make your way to the left of the bus stop. Sorry if I'm going fast, you can definitely slow down the video or pause it if need be. Make your way all the way to the left. Use the gnome dust to go in the very back of this fence, and then you're going to find the witch's gloves. You also get a bedroom key, but I will have you know that there's nothing in there of importance, so you don't even have to go and open it. Keep making your way to the very left until you go to the next screen, and then keep going all the way left. You'll be back towards the community center, and we actually want to go inside the community center because we have Mr. Mackey as a vendor as well. So go to Mr. Mackey, hit buy. Again, if you run out of money like I just did, you can go to sell, and you can sell all of the equipment. Just, sell it all. Once you've actually purchased it, it adds it to your collectible log in the menu, and that's what you need to actually be eligible for the trophy, or to get that trophy to pop. So you can sell your weapons and equipment and all of that, and sell it so you can get everything. I will say, do not sell the patches or anything like that, because later on when we go to Canada for those vendors, you have to actually use Canadian dollars. So I'll show you how to go about that, so that way you don't have to grind for money or do any of that. Once you're out of the community center, make your way all the way to the left. We're going to get ourselves a nice gold trophy for being a Chimpokomon master. And at the Stark's pond here, there's going to be an anal probe in the middle of the pond. Go ahead and activate that to go into this UFO, and you'll find a Chimpokomon. That's also going to get you a friend with the Chimpokomon Toy Company. So it's your final Chimpokomon as well as a friend from the company as well. After that, you can leave the pond, make your way down this path and through to where the church is, and go all the way to the right. I've kind of mapped this out so that way we're not really backtracking as much. So hopefully you guys are happy with the order I've done it. But on the police station here, you can go up this ladder that we had knocked down way towards the beginning of the game, and anal probe to the top of the roof to speak with Santa for a friend request. We're getting so close to the end, guys, so thanks for sticking with me, and I hope you are enjoying the guide so far. After that, make your way back down the police station onto the ground level, and then we'll go right. From here, we'll make our way up, and we'll be on the restaurant row area of the game, which is where Tower Peace is. You go past a shitty walk. I'm going to have to stop doing that at some point. So we're going to another vendor, and that's at Jimbo's. He only sells weapons, and they're pretty expensive, but just buy everything you can. And if you can't buy anything, go to your sell tab, and then, make sure you have enough to buy it. After you've bought everything, we'll make our way back towards the right. I'm not going to say it this time. And then go to the fast travel. Now once you're at the fast travel, make your way towards Token's house, and we're going to grab some equipment that's on the top of his roof. So go through the back here, and there's the ladder in the garage. Make your way up top. You can loot the chest right here, and then you can anal probe up to the chimney, smack that, and you're going to find another item. Anal probe back down into the attic, and then exit Token's house. From here, we'll go back to the fast travel. I then want you to fast travel towards the park, which is again below the movie theater. And we're going to go into the girls' bathroom because there's the girls' room where there's a vendor in there as well.
I gave Butters a sweet swirly one time in that bathroom.
So we're still just hitting all of the shops, making sure we buy all of the equipment and weapons. Those are the only things you need for the trophies, are weapons and equipment. So as you can see, I didn't have enough money there, so I went to the sell tab and I'm starting to sell some of the weapons to make some of that money back. And then I can go back to buy the weapons, go to equipment, and buy all the equipment as well. After that, I'll exit out of the girls' room, and then we will make our way towards the right side of the park. I'll kind of speed it up. Go all the way to the right, go up. And this vendor here, you already grabbed everything before if you followed the guide. But if you didn't, there's the hobo right there that I just showed you in front of the storage facility. And then head all the way north back into Canada and start in Ottawa, because you want to grab all of the vendors within Canada. And in order to buy their stuff, you actually need Canadian dollars. So you might have some from doing the story. You can see I have 37, which isn't enough to buy those. So you can sell patches and stuff like that to the vendor to get Canadian dollars. And you can also exchange American money for Canadian as well. So you can hit exchange at this place in Ottawa, but it's much easier. Just go to sell and go to like junk, get some Canadian dollars that way, go to flare, or sorry, go to weapon patches, just all of that. This is pretty much the end of what you'll need the money for. So you can see you can sell all of this. It's going to add up and make the difference. This is just to show you that you don't need to grind for Canadian dollars. You can actually just sell all of the stuff you accumulated throughout playing the game, like the weapon strap-ons and things like that. I'd save some of your consumables because we're going to go for a few miscellaneous trophies towards the end a little bit. But other than that, you can sell all these weapon patches, and then you can go to Vancouver. After you've hit all the stores as well, so again, just go to each area, hit all the stores, and then when you go to Vancouver, at the very back over here on the left side, there's a wall you can see that's broken, or it has a crack. If you smack that, there's a chest here with an item in it. So that'll be another weapon for you and an equipment. and that's in the very top left of Vancouver. And you can do this after you've grabbed all of the items from every shop in each area. So Ottawa, Vancouver, Winnipeg, Banff, all those. But after that, after you got the item in Vancouver in the top left, you'll go to Banff because there's another item which is locked behind that door on the right, as you see. And it's very easy to get. You just go over here where this pot is, and you can see a switch. Just push it out of the way, hit the switch. It's going to open the door, and inside is going to be a weapon. After that, make your way outside, back onto the world map for Canada, and we're going to head to the forest. Now in the forest, you're going to find a bunch of wolves. We're going to go for a dog whistle, which is a trophy for farting on a wolf in gnome form. And in the forest, you'll fight these wolves or dogs, and when you kill them and they're on the world map dead, you're just going to want to switch to gnome form and then fart on them. So get your gnome dust out and then do a fart, like Dragon Shout, for example. And as you can see, you get the dog whistle trophy. Now I had to do mine a few times before the trophy pops, so just keep farting on them until the trophy does pop. And then we can go for our next miscellaneous trophy. Now the next one we want to go for is Ass of Fire, and it's for just killing enemies with Cartman's Ass of Fire move. So if you ever need any kind of PP or anything like that, you can use items, but then you just mash triangle and kill them. And once you've done that to enough enemies, you're going to get the Ass of Fire trophy. You can farm that in the wood as well as in Canada. As you can see, it's really good for Canada. And then we can go to Canada specifically for the Avenger trophy. I actually went to the snakes because you need to have 3 enemies. So what I'm doing is I'm going to kill Kenny. You have to kill 3 enemies while your buddy is killed. And there's also a trophy to kill Kenny 10 times anyways. So don't press the button prompts that it gives you, and it's going to instantly kill Kenny. And then the trophy is to kill 3 of the enemies while your buddy is knocked out. Now it doesn't matter if your buddy's dead anymore because you already got the trophy if you did everything right for beating the game without your buddy dying. So you can start using your really good abilities to just take them all out. You can use items if you're dying, whatever you need to do. But after you kill all 3 of them while your buddy's knocked out, you're going to get the trophy Avenger. Now that's going to pop the Avenger trophy and also give you a death towards Kenny's total deaths, since there's a trophy to get 10 of them with Kenny. And another trophy you're probably missing is Pulling Mud, which is for shitting your pants in 3 different battles. You would have had the one from Jimmy in the beginning, and you may have gotten it throughout the game, but just so I cover everything, all you need to do is eat items that give you an overdose of mana, and then you'll shit your pants. So do that until you get the Pulling Mud trophy, and again, we're also going to be doing the trophy to kill Kenny 10 times. And to do that, just keep doing the ability Unicorn Stampede, and then failing the button prompts to get him killed. On your 10th time, it's actually going to pop the trophy. After you do that, guys, we actually only need to do one more thing to get the platinum, and that's to get 12 friends. Now you're thinking, that's kind of a lot. Well, don't worry, I got your back, guys, trust me. So after you've done the miscellaneous trophies, from the outside of the barn, I want you to go to the right in the forest, and then go forward, and then right, and then I want you to go down, and then I want you to go right. So you have to go in that order. I'll have it on the bottom of the screen just so you know the order. Now this brings you to a secret area, and this is where you can get 12 friends all at once. That's right, guys, I got your back. And if you're one of my real ones, why don't you have my back by leaving a comment below that says, "Thank you, King Douchebag." Just to confuse the people who aren't my real ones, and they're probably wondering what's going on in the comment section. Other than that, guys, I thank you so much for the time, support, and I hope you did enjoy the guide. For some reason, my platinum popped before the other trophy. It only did that on my video for some reason. My PS5 has been kind of dodgy, if I'm honest. But other than that, guys, thanks again. I do appreciate your time, your support, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.